Me when I'm kicking the ladder. Oh, Barnacle City over here. Fog wall. Poison goo. I see what you're doing. You wouldn't though. You wouldn't. That's not your tempo. That's Miyazaki's bit. It's referential. Tomo, stop scratching my hand, man. I'm in my lane right now. Unmoisturized. Uncleansed. Unbothered. Tin can. You know what? Tin can gives us 1 resistance. Which then allows us to equip the rusty nail. How about that? He's unplussed. He's nonplussed. Heal me. Bro, be dead. Breathe. You killed me. Wait, you're right. I took off +2 res to add +1 res, right? Wait, what is that? Oh, it's my tin can. I don't have 3 res. I have 0 res. Now I have 2 res. You're absolutely right. I had to take off the one that gave me attack, which doesn't make any sense. Hang on, I am going to make sure as well. It's 10:01 a.m. Perfect timing to make sure that at least Topspin 2025 is down. It's not down. It's not out yet, bro. I tried to install what's inevitably going to be like a 90 gigabyte game last night. I thought 10 a.m. Pacific was like, that was the time, bro. I'm going to go find the shortcut. Don't worry. I just got to, I mean, it might take 100 minutes to download. I'm just restarting Steam real quick. It's 1 p.m. Pacific? No shot, bro. 1 p.m. Pacific? There used to be a golden era of Steam. 4 games came out daily. They came out all at 10 a.m. Pacific time. It was a dream come true. Now 1,000 games come out a day, and they come out whenever they choose. Where's the fairness there? Where's the fairness? Oh, right, there isn't any. Planned release date coming soon? Yesterday it said release date April 25th. What happened? What happened, bro? Devs? Michael? Make your own game? Okay, but I'm going to use that logic on you as well. Oh, you don't like your city not being walkable? It's made for cars and you wish that there were trains everywhere instead? Okay, make your own city. Make your own trains. I don't wish that though. Based and driver pilled. My shortcut. My Arrakis. Hang on. Hang on, hang on. This one right here. Thank you. Can't reach it. Can't reach it. Ban that guy? I'm not going to ban Zeneron. Zeneron's a VIP. We celebrate diversity of opinion in this bitch. Hold. No, we don't. I do, to some extent. As long as the opinion isn't like, this guy sucks. In which case you'll probably get banned. Well, it depends on the way that if it's funny, then it's less likely, I suppose. It was over here, perhaps, perchance. Whee! I mean, I'm not sweating you. Your eyes don't even glow anymore. Like, why would I be scared of you? Oh, because you do a lot of damage. And I don't? True. I don't even need to heal. Healing is the mind killer. Killing is the mind healer. Doesn't make any sense, but here we are. He's Dune pilled? I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. No! I should have swum, bro! Swam? Swum? Swam? It releases at 9 p.m. Well, it looks like Steam, in that case, will be releasing my funds to me at, I would say, approximately 11 a.m. My refund request will say, game doesn't exist. Hold. Whee! They lied to me. Hair claw. 2,500 microplastics? Bro, we should be throwing more stuff in the ocean. You heard it here first. Their Twitter says tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific time. I'm actually going to become the Joker. They literally said it comes out on April 25th, and they said 3 hours before midnight on that day in like the second most western time zone on Earth. That's like that's a technicality, bro. I don't respect that. I mean, 9 p.m. release time is crazy. I guess, you know what? They probably needed to program better ball physics real quick. Don't hit me. I don't care if my shell's badly damaged. It's his fault. My bad. Sponge. 18 MSG required? I think I'm in the wrong zone, bro. The heck? The dude's got a damn bindle on him. Nice try. I don't even need a shell. They disappoint me. Crab owns you, little bro. I think I need a shell. Royal Shell Splitter. He's got a bicycle lock. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. That being said, I do think I'm owning you. I have 0 kelp. I don't think I'm owning you. But I do think you're about to be poiseless. Balance and capsize. Hitting an enemy with enough attacks will open them up to being capsized. When their health bar starts flashing, hit them with a powerful attack to knock them down for several seconds. Like this. Oh, whoops! I told you Crab owns you, little bro. We go again. It's very simple, just never get hit again. It's a war of attrition. I'm dead. I've been trapped. I'm gonna put me in the bicycle lock guillotine, bro! Holy! Yes, I would like to spawn at the nearby moon jelly. That was hardcore. My souls, my souls. Okay, come on. What the heck is that, man? He's in my head, Charles. It's fine, you can't just tank those. Get some swings in there. Stay close. I'm scared again. I've been frightened. I'm keeping my distance. And he... Oh, that's bad. I don't know if it's a one tap every single time, but he got me that time. It's terrifying. It's undodgeable? It's not undodgeable. Well, maybe it is, now that I think about it. I did have a red skull above my head. I think it's unblockable. Like, you have to dodge it. I think we've let ourselves get twisted, actually. Let ourselves get lost in the minutia. That's a huge hit. You're about to get stunned, bro. You're dead. I also got one of those bike locks. I hear you. Don't let me get in your head about it. I would say, depending on the neighborhood that I'm in, I see about 17 of these every single day, clipped on the ground and broken. But it depends on where you live, okay? I'm sure it's more of a risk in some places and less of a risk in other places. Help. My bubbly can. Almost got me, kid. Nice try. It's actually crazy how much, like, I'm living in your head rent-free. Give me some of this. Just wait him out. Just wait him out. There's no reason not to wait. Oh, no! I was dominating, bro. It happens. I didn't grab my stuff. You gotta grab your stuff. I've got a considerable amount of microplastics. What's your beef with this guy? I mean, he's the one who is like gets a health bar when I walk up to him, okay? If he had a dialogue prompt, I wouldn't have swung right out of the gates, at least. Maybe if I got frustrated, I might have done it because I would be like, I don't know what to do, but he's the one taking the shot. Okay, get capsized, little bro. I'm not even I'm rolling India now. We got to get the aggression up. See? Stay on him. And then get him. And then a little kelp would go a long way. And then we break him one more time. We do not get stuck in the guillotine. That's number one thing you don't do. That's it right there. You get out of the way. Get in your shell. Don't get stuck in the guillotine! Okay, back him up. He's in a world of hurt, bro. You back him up, heal a little bit. You're not gonna get me with that. Honestly, I can't do my charged attack. I can't do my charge. Oh, you piece of crap. I had him, man! Jump, brother. I was frightened. I was debuffed in some way. I was moving too slow. I was moving different, but not in a good way. That's a horrible start. One thing you need to know about me, you have to earn your heals. I haven't earned a heal yet. I still haven't earned it. Didn't earn it on that one. That's not the one. That's not the one. There you go. Okay, now this time we're gonna earn it. I honestly thought I had a perfect block there. Okay, that one, I think that's a roll, then 2 shields. For me. For my tempo, that's a roll, 2 shields. I wish to not be frightened. So how do we purge our frightening even faster? Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm in the fucking guillotine, bro. I'm in the guillotine. Remember when I had him like 2 taps away? Go back to the other area? No. Now mind your business. That's, my shell has become broken in 1 hit. That's a my mistake type beat on that one. Okay, hang on. Give me some of this. This time I've earned it. Give me some of this. Keep circling. I've become frightened. When you're frightened, you just back away. Take your lumps. How do you get over fear? Maybe the only thing to fear is fear itself. Maybe if I land some attacks, we purge our frightening. Don't yell at me. Don't intimidate me. No! I'm free. Okay, I don't even care if I'm frightened because you're about to be broken. Now, next step after this, is there a convenient soda can? I don't see one, which to me means it's Dodge City. Dodge as much as you can. That I had no choice on that one, honestly. There's a shell. I see one. I see one. May thy shell chip and shatter. Based. Nice try. You only half broke my shield. Not even that big of a deal. Your shell is badly damaged. Big whoop. We stay in there. So what, we get sober. So what, we smoke nothing. Get him with one of these. Your life is basically over. Relax. I'll handle it. Minimal frightening because I was further away. I understand now. Yeah, don't do that. That was not smart. Okay, we're gonna... Oh, I thought I fell off the ocean. Hey, I have no problem with you, brother. Hang on. Any cans? Any cans? This game is rated E. You can't use beer cans as defense. But maybe banana peels? Oh, okay. Can I see what the shell's priority is? Munch to consume some shell health to restore health. Interesting. Interesting. It has an L2, bro. It has an L2. Oh, no, that's my L2 is my hook. Of course. I knew that. I know all about that. I'm honestly just gonna keep my distance. Because, like, I think if I just keep giving you a little... never mind. I'm gonna be dead instead. But just a little pepper goes a long way. Little pepper goes a long way. One of these! Get owned. Oh. Eat banana? I gotta be honest. I don't know how. Clothes claw. Traded in for 1,000 microplastics. A band? Hey, Aggro Crab, thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you. I'm enjoying all the references here. You know what's been interesting to me as well? So streamers are doing a sponsored deal for White Claw non-alcoholic. I got no problem with that. Why is the White Claw Corporation making them put hashtag 21+ in the tweets? It's non-alcoholic, bro. It doesn't make sense to me. I understand that the White Claw brand was forged in the fires of alcoholic beverages. But, like, it's White Claw. It's non-alcoholic, or it's non-alcoholic White Claw. There's no alcohol in it. It doesn't make sense to me. You still need to be over 21 to buy it? No shot. You're telling me you need to be over 21 years of age to buy non-alcoholic White Claw? I'm just saying, is it the worst business idea of all time? We made a sparkling water that can only be sold to 70% of the population at best? The size of a crab. And I know, they probably wish they didn't have to put the hashtag in there either. There's probably like the FTCs on them or the FDA or something like that. The size of a crab knows no upper or lower bounds. Revives you once upon death at the cost of this stowaway. Okay, okay. It still has a little alcohol. Oh, so it's not... I thought it was non-alcoholic White Claw. Like it was just a seltzer. I didn't realize that it's occupying the same niche as non-alcoholic beer. Which is like, you know, to put it glibly and in bad faith, when you want a beverage that doesn't taste as good as a beverage that has zero alcohol, but also doesn't make you have fun. It's like kind of the worst of both worlds. -1 sponsorship. Well, why does non-alcoholic beer exist? I think like if you're trying to drink less, but you think that the ritual of drinking a beer can sate you so that you don't drink the real thing. That makes, I mean, it's in a way, it's like a therapy, so I'm not insulting it. Dude, I was just like, I guess that's not what the marketing looked like to me for the non-alcoholic White Claw. It wasn't like, hey, get the goodness of White Claw without like disappointing your sponsor. It was like, hey, it tastes good. Then I was so confused that you had to be 21 plus to get the sparkling water, but now I realize it's probably like 0.0 or maybe 0.5% or something like that. I'm in hell, brother. I'm in hell. I'm not dodging. I beat a boss, and now I'm like, no basic enemy could ever touch me, but this guy can touch me. This guy can touch me. He's proven it right there. I'm not anti non-alcoholic beer, but I don't like it myself. I'm sure there's some better ones than the ones I've had, but I remember in like a bunch of HelloFresh deliveries way back in the day came with like non-alcoholic Heinekens. And then I was like, why would you ever drink this? And then I was like 5 seconds later, I was like, then I drank it and I was like, why am I drinking this? It's like a 90-calorie beverage that tastes horrible and has like no euphoric effects whatsoever. Okay, hang on. Get your souls back. Get your freak on. On your bike. As they say when they do in Sicily. I like hop water. I don't really mess around with all that stuff. Hop water, birch beer. I like natural foods like Coke Zero. Yeah. Come on. Oh, you got no poise! You got no poise! Poiseless. Junk recovered. Me 8 days after my 5th vasectomy. Poiseless behavior. Okay, well, I mean, now that I know how to deal with you, I may never lose again. Ball cap. The captain lives again. I know that they're the same lobster. I'm just gonna say it. Red Lobster tastes better than Blue Lobster. When I saw the blue lobster, I'm like, this guy doesn't even look yummy, bro. This guy looks pretty yummy. Although I will say, it's a beautiful situation for me right here. This is just a me personally thing. I think lobster tastes good. But I do also simultaneously think that it's one of the most overrated foods on the planet. I think that it was glazed for me. It was marinated in advance of me starting to eat lobster. Because everybody was like, it's the greatest food on the planet. The only downside is that it's expensive. Every once in a while, I've been known to find myself on a cruise ship. Well, you broke that real quick. So you've already paid for the food. Whatever you order for dinner, like, is already included in the cost of the ticket, right? So you have the, you could be like, well, I'm going to get like the marinated chicken breast or something like that. But if they got lobster on the menu, you're like, I already paid for it. I might as well have the lobster. You have a few lobster tails and you're kind of like, maybe this isn't as good as I've been led to believe. Like, there were some times when I was like, you know, I'll just take the pork chop, honestly. I see that there's lobster. It's the same thing, like, I always see it at the buffet, man. Everybody, and by everybody, I mean everybody that is, like, 42 years old or older. For lunch, they're like, I'm just getting an enormous plate of crab legs and shrimp. And don't get me wrong, I'm pro crab, as you can see. I'm pro shrimp as well, but, like, you're missing out on some of the prepared dishes, bro. Nice try. I can't see. I can't see. I've killed you. You're missing out on the curries. You're missing out on the soups and stews. Just eating raw crab all day. It's not bad necessarily, but I think you're like, you're economics maxing instead of flavor maxing. That's my 2 cents at least. I'm not anti-lobster, by the way. I'm just like, I think if you're paying at a restaurant, maybe I'd get the lobster. If I'm paying, I'd probably get like some kind of, maybe like a bass, if they've got it. An Arctic char. It's actually crazy, like, how much snot the human body can produce. Like, if I had to guess, I probably consumed 1.6 liters of fluid today. Where is all this snot coming from? Because they're using some of that water to, like, make my body work. So, like, where the fuck is all the moisture coming from to make the mucus, dude? It doesn't make sense. It's like my body's producing its own water. Maybe I don't need to drink water ever again. Maybe all the doctors are lying to us. Maybe it's all a scam, bro, to sell Aquafina. Life hack. You do not need to drink water. I'll become one of those guys who gets really offended when someone says drink water. You may not know that actually, like, food has water in it too. If you eat, like, 6 ounces of potato chips, you get 10 milliliters of water. I never drink water ever. Krabby Patty. Krabby Patty. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Thank you for the raid, Daniel. Krabby Patty indeed. My word. Am I back at the tutorial spot, bro? Did I really go that far backwards? I need to level up my res. Embarrassing. But don't I have items as well, right? 69, of course. Of course, 69 shells. Don't I have items that I can redeem? Oh my god, I can redeem for so much, bro. Redeem them all. Trade it in for 250 micro. Oh, you need to go to the prawn shop. I can't just do it myself? Okay. Ask anybody who's had kidney stones what they think about drinking water. I mean, I'm not saying I'm never going to get kidney stones. That kind of hubris is punished. But, like, I do think it's one of those things you can't make a joke about because I'm sure if you get it, it's nightmarish. If you drink, like, one soda a day, people are like, aren't you worried about kidney stones? And I'm like, no, bro. I mean, I drink, like, a liter of water a day before 7:30 a.m. Like, I'm sure, if anything, I piss too much. Like, it's clear almost every single time. It's clear when I wake up. No disrespect, but, like, I'm sure kidney stones can happen for a variety of reasons. Sometimes people are like, I quit soda after I got kidney stones. And I'm like, how much soda were you drinking? They're like 2 liters a day. And I'm like, well, no disrespect, we're not on that same lifestyle, bro. Is this where I saved you? Like 2 liters a day? Maybe if I'm like 11 years old at my friend's birthday party and it's a sleepover or something like that. 1 soda a day is insane, though. Is actually, like, possibly the most normal amount of soda to have a day. It might even be more normal than 0. It's insane, is what you just said to me? Makes no sense. That's North American Coke? Okay, well, don't make me start talking about red wine, bro. Soda's bad for you. Yeah, me and my wife split a bottle of red wine at dinner every night. But Coke Zero, what, 355 milliliters of Coke Zero, though? That's crazy. That's insane. No. One study published in 1979 said that 1 glass of red wine every day, it was a sample size of 4, could actually have, like, vasodilating effects. Every other study since then, done by real scientists, has contradicted it. But that's why I have, like, a half a bottle to a bottle a day. You really got that person you made up? I didn't make them up. It's a continent called Europe. You should go to geography class. Also, I'm not taking any life advice from Twitch chat. Obviously, you've made mistakes in your life, otherwise you wouldn't be here. It's, like, not even noon. It's 10:30 a.m. on a Thursday. And you're giving me life advice? I'm at work, bro. What are you doing? You're gonna tell me 1 soda a day is problematic. Jeez, I don't want to know, man. I'm not even gonna ask. I've got the day off. Yeah, okay. Get back in the mines. Let me guess, you got tomorrow off too. No disrespect. And the next day, and then the next day. I go to the dentist once a month. That's insanity. That's way more insane than having 1 soda. I mean, I'm being real with you. They sell sodas in packs of 24. You really think people are buying that? And they're like, ah, a year's supply of root beer. What are you talking about, man? You've lost your mind. You know what's crazy is that it's the same chatters. Well, there's a few shit disturbers on the side, too, and I respect that. Just like, you know, when 2 people start fighting, there's the people that form a circle and start waving their fists. That's me. I think that's me. I'm going the wrong way, by the way. Let's go back to the castle and head west. Whenever I talk about, like, you should eat vegetables, there's a few people in chat who are like, you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't get it. I'm part of the 0.01% of the population that has a genetic mutation that makes all vegetables taste like poison to me. You're actually, it's a problematic take to suggest that you should eat vegetables. I can't go here. It's not allowed. I don't have the Riz. I'm getting Riz checked at the door. And then I'm talking about having 2 Coke Zeros a day. And they're like, oh, you should never do that. Brother, what are you talking about? Doesn't make any... Wait, what are you eating? Inevitably, it's always like 9 protein bars a day or something like that. I'm into natural foods. I'm not into like artificial foods. I got a 1 bar. I've got a Carb Smart protein bar. I got a Nature Valley Sweet and Salty. I've got a Dr. Robert Irving's Protein Crunch bar. White Monster. I don't know where to go. I've lost my waypoints. Why do you know all these protein bars? Because my mom drinks them. Actually, like, or eats them, I should say. But my mom, whenever she comes to visit us, like a month before she visits, she always sends us like a care package. Like the same way NASA, if we ever like colonize Mars, the same way NASA would send up like a bunch of stuff before the astronauts get there so that Mark Watney can grow potatoes in his own dung. Like, that's what she's basically terraforming our guest room. And it's nice, don't get me wrong. But whenever I see what's in the care package, it is like inevitably 64 protein bars. And she's a protein bar sommelier. Like there's 3 or 4 different variants in there. And it depends on like what she's into, how her macros are for that day, but also what was on sale at Shoppers Drug Mart, because sometimes you can get some pretty good deals if you're paying attention to the flyers. I also told you my parents are in that phase now, and I don't know if it's a phase or it's just them. But like after dinner, they have a protein bar for dessert, which is like, for me, is... Like, my parents raised me in the 90s, and now I'm 90s maxing. I'm having, like, a cookie for dessert, and they're having a protein bar. Like, they're living out here in, like, 2040 or something like that. Okay, I remember you. And she's calling a cab. She does call it... That's actually... Like, I know you're talking about Mr. Brightside. She does not use rideshare. She still uses the... It's not like on ethics or morals. It's just she's more comfortable with the taxis because she's used them her whole life. Then one time, this is probably like a year and a half ago, one time she called a taxi to pick her up from our house to take her to the airport. Taxi driver legit got out holding a soft serve McDonald's ice cream cone. And then she's like, I have these bags I need to load in the trunk. And he said, no problem, I'll do it. And he handed her the ice cream cone to hold while he loaded the suitcases into the trunk. Relax, I'll handle it. I'm not saying he shouldn't be able to eat, it's just a funny story. Okay, I remember you. We are heading west. That's 90s maxing? That's what I'm saying. 90s maxing, I honestly think you should be able to have 3 treats a day. What is a treat? A treat is 1 to 2 cookies, handful of potato chips, can of soda. I think you should be able to have 3 treats a day. I think 3 is too much. You can die sadder than me. I'll die with a full belly. 6 cookies a day? Yeah, 6 cookies a day with no sodas, no chips. Yeah, you can have 6 cookies. I'm not talking about 6 grocery store, Whole Foods, like Subway 300-calorie cookies. I'm talking about like, you know, a Chips Ahoy or something like that. I feel like, again, I'm not trying to change your philosophy. I'm just explaining my own philosophy. You are going to die someday. So I'm not suggesting that you should engage in self-destructive habits. All I'm going to say is that maybe with that knowledge in mind, it might change some of your behavioral patterns, because you might be like, knowing I'm not going to live forever, maybe I could engage with some fun stuff that is relatively harmless for me in moderation, And I might find myself having a richer quality of life as a result. Or maybe you enjoy restricting yourself, and I mean that genuinely. There's people who dig that lifestyle too. I didn't say live young, die hard, okay? I didn't say live hard, die young either. I'm just saying, like, I mean, we're in a weird world where I have become, like, at least on the internet, I've become like a relic of a previous time, where I'm like, it's okay to drink a couple diet sodas a day, but don't do ketamine. And then all the 19-year-olds in chat are like, are you crazy? Soda is poison, ketamine is medicine. True, I guess, if a doctor prescribes it to you and you're not, like, buying it off the dark web or something, but I'm just providing a set of behaviors that represent perhaps a bygone era, 2007. Now, I'm not saying we should go back. There's lots of stuff I'm glad we've left behind from that era, but, like, stop, like, condescending to people because they're eating, like, a 200-calorie cookie instead of a 450-calorie acai bowl, you know? Take me over here. What's your favorite rave intake? I'm going to assume that's a narcotic you would take at a rave. I have never been to a rave, and I don't think I would fit in, man. I just don't think. Water, sure, yeah, water is probably up there. You chilling, bro? Oh my god, I'm back at the start again. I walked all the way around in a circle and ended up back at the start again, man. What have I done? Dude, please come to Faded in the park with me. You will never catch me going to any music festival advertised with a poster on the SkyTrain station. It's just not going to happen. Also, thank you for telling me that it's called Faded, because they do that stylized, like, typography. I honestly thought it was called Fooded. Fooded. Come to Shambhala? Yeah, I don't think well, honestly, I'd be more likely to fit in Shambhala, I think, because isn't it, like, more like a jam band hippie type thing? I'm not much of a hippie, but I can get down with the jam band stuff, I guess. Also, I mean, Drew Carey's got me thinking about going to a Fish concert, just to explore the workings of my inner mind. I mean, if you're going to ask me, would I rather go to a hippie music festival or like an EDM type festival / rave? It's not a judgment on either. I would 100% rather go to the hippie music festival. I don't have the interest in the rave culture personally. Which smells worse? Doesn't matter. My sense of smell is basically decoded anyway. You look like a Fish fan. I honestly know literally 2 Fish songs, and I know them all because of Dennis Morton's 45-minute jam band ride. I know Tweezer, and I know More. And I don't really like either of them, if I'm being honest, but I'm not against them necessarily. I'm more of a Mo guy. I'm Rebubula maxing. Get it twisted? You should be Rebubula maxing at all times. Oh, hey. You a Rusted Root guy? Yeah, I mean, now and then I don't mind being sent on my way. We're back. I should find a bonfire. I'm a little embarrassed with my navigational abilities. Go, go, go. A new shell? Ooh, that shell. No, we've had this before. This is where I died. This is where it all started to go wrong. I listen to some electronic music from time to time. Yes, I don't mind, you know, getting down with some block rock and beats. I would describe myself as not a Calvin Harris head. Oh, the bonfire was literally right. This cost me like 20 minutes, bro. The hermit crab ventures into a mysterious cave, but he quickly discovers the return journey will be significantly more challenging. He approaches the... Is that the prawn shop, bro? I'm gonna trade in some bread tags. Only got 2,000 microplastics in my pocket. You're not a David Guetta guy? I like one David Guetta song. Is that okay to admit? It's not the one where he says shout out to his family. It's When Love Takes Over, featuring Kelly Rowland. Finally. I added one more res than I needed to. Hi, my name's Krill. Do you know of anything shiny in this cave? Confused and desperate, the hermit crab begins begging help from the strangers. He's narrating, their narration posting. He must access the power of umami. Please let me Excuse me? I feel tingly. Yes, he does. Sorry, I was not reading at all. While wearing a shell, press square to consume umami charges and activate its unique shell spell. They'll regenerate slowly when you attack enemies with your fork. Okay, so your shell... Transmute your umami into a bolt of lightning, electrifying your shell. Your spell can be used with the square button. A creature blocks the hermit crab's path. It's immune to physical attacks. Okay, now attack me. Dude, let's freaking go. The once innocent hermit crab's ability to slaughter his enemies has increased dramatically. He senses the reward is further up the cavern. Ayumami! It's a new umami font! What's your special? Release pressurized air to push enemies away in a cone. Hang on then. And now the kind of guy to listen to Every Time We Touch by Cascada. Every time we touch, I get this feeling, skibbity riz, and every time we kiss, I feel I fly. I know what you're talking about. A surprise strike from your shell that launches the enemy in front of you. It's insane how hard that song goes. POV, you are from Slovakia, and someone asks you your favorite song. Oh, get over it. Some country had to be, and it had to be a country in Europe, and it had to be the butt of the joke, okay? And it couldn't be France, because then it would have to be about Serge Gainsbourg, and it couldn't be England, because then it would have to be like Ed Sheeran or something like that. It had to be like, Bratislava, go to sell my house in town. Bratislava, it's Joey. You know what I'm saying? Lithuania snubbed. I know like so little about Lithuania. It used to be in a commonwealth with Poland. And then also they're like way better at basketball than you would expect if you live in North America. We're chilling, bro. Photo mode? Wee. Yeah, yeah. Come on, get a taste. Oh! Oh, get smoked, kid! Hang on, hang on. I'm umami-less, I'm umami-less. You can't attack me, I'm umami-less. I gotta hit you with my fork. Get him, get him. $40 crystals. Miyazaki. You've done it again. Can I get to the pawn shop? Can I pop some tags? Only got 3,475 microplastics in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a pawn shop. Want to engage in commerce. Check this out. Get killed. One day I'll learn this isn't Dark Souls 1. Enemies can attack more than one time. So true. Walk into the reef like, what's up? I got a big shell. Nah, I'm just pumped about some plastics that I want to sell. Provide some food for the seafood nation. Lobsters be like, damn, that's a cold crustacean. Hang on, hang on. Get blown off the edge, man. And then, you know, we'll do it again. So true, plastic is good for fish. I just think, like, you know, haven't we learned our lesson yet, man? Like, human beings were fixers, right? Like, we have savior syndrome. Try to get involved in everything. Now we're like, oh, we gotta save the oceans. There's too much plastic. Bro, they're, like, capable individuals. I'm sure they'll figure it out. We get involved, we'll probably just mess it up even more than it's already messed up. It's not like we put it there, exactly. Oh, I actually own you to the extreme. Okay, you're immune to that attack. You're probably not immune. I probably just missed, but I can't deal with my failures, and that's where it brought me back to you. A watery grave. A watery grave. Don't talk to me. I don't want to speak to you. Unless you're going to give me an opportunity to sell my plastics, I don't want to speak to you. Maybe they could fix it because trout actually entered their stone age like 2 years ago. Is that true? They're making like tools and stuff out of rocks? One of the things, like, it's crazy to think about is that, like, in general... Wait a tick, we're climbing. The way that I look at animals is that all animals, they, in the evolutionary record, they get fitter by changing their traits. They get bigger, or they get smaller, or more cold resistant, or more heat resistant, or 2% more efficient metabolically speaking. But like human beings, I mean, we're basic because evolution works so slowly. We're working with like the same hardware, basically, functionally speaking, that like our caveman ancestors were. It's kind of sad for me to think that like cavemen, if they were just born into our environment, I feel like, maybe this is cave-splaining, but I feel like they would have access to a much wider array of complex feelings and thoughts and emotions because they're like born on the foundations of what has been done before over like the previous 100,000 years of humans' progress, right? Like, there's some cavemen who, if they happen to not be born in, like, the year negative 32,000, if they were born in, like, 1990, they could be, like, Olivia Rodrigo, too. But instead, they're back there in the historical record going, bonk, bonk, bonk. Similarly, there's some fucking idiots alive right now that probably would have been better off as cavemen, dude. Like some of our intelligence, obviously probably most of it if I had to guess, and I do because I have like no knowledge one way or the other, comes from the processing power of our brain, which is incredible. But also we get to like access it because of advances in like language and, I mean, I can't think of another example. I think language is a big one. Like, when you think about it, they didn't really start... This is a crazy take. You know how people say, like, I don't watch any movie made, like, before I was born? When people said that to me, and they were my age, and it was the year 2000, I was like, that makes sense. Jurassic Park's probably, like, the first good movie. Now the people who are, like, 19 years old are saying it now. I'm like, you don't watch anything before 2005? Are you crazy? But anyway, like... They didn't make good art back in the caveman days, man. They only started making good art in, like, I don't even know. Year 0 is what I'm going to say, like, conservatively. Get smoked, kid. Define good? I mean, like, you know, stars Robert Downey Jr., I mean, I'm just saying, have you ever seen a cave painting? It's like, they use like a little dye, and they're like, it's a gazelle. It's a dude and a horse or something like that. That's nothing, bro. That ain't girl with the pearl earring. It's amazing that they made it to begin with. Same thing, bro. Like, you ever read the Canterbury Tales? That's relatively modern in the scope of what I'm talking about, but it doesn't hold a candle to, Halo: The Fall of Reach. So obviously it's like code, right? Like the computers have gotten more powerful, but if they hadn't, we'd still be making progress because there's like 2 dudes in Idaho that are making middleware that's changed our lives. Chaucer made the middleware. Picasso made the middleware. King Sejong made the middleware. Admiral Yi Sun Shin made the middleware. Tutankhamun made the middleware. That hurt. Beowulf and Grendel made the middleware, bro. I'm gonna die! I'm dead! Combed to death. The irony. One moment, please. I've got another theory as well. Minimum dose of tissues is 2 tissues. 1 tissue doesn't do shit, bro. It's like the same way, like, if you're wiping your ass, you don't take 1 square. You take like 3 squares folded in half. If you're taking 1 square and you're not folding, you're ripping it when you get it down there. If you're taking 1 square and you're folding, you're coming up with a brown hand, okay? You gotta go, minimum is always 2 pieces. Okay. You got that rich people TP? Not really. I mean, I have Costco toilet paper. There's got to be like the every... Oh, I'm dead. Ah! That's got to be like the everyman's TP, bro. I don't know if there is a more average TP than Kirkland TP. I will say... This is also in the domain of, like, you know, if you live in Canada or the US, I'm like, our country is rich. Why can't we have nice things? Why does every public bathroom still have construction paper toilet paper? Like sandpaper, single-ply toilet paper that comes on the steel drum?